is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very exciting DIY for you. It's the headboard that Urban Outfitters makes, and I wanted this so badly, and I was like, I could DIY that. So that is what this whole video is about. I hope that you guys are as excited as I am. Obviously it is in the background behind me. It's kind of like the one thing that I needed to like bring my room together. If you guys would like to see a room tour video, make sure to thumbs up this video and let me know. Also, let me know if you like this new filming space. Other than that, let's jump right into this tutorial. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna need is a broom handle, broomstick. Yep, you heard me right. This is just an old one that my dad had in his garage, so it's a little beat up, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna spray paint it. You just need a regular old broom handle. You're also going to need a meter stick, or it doesn't actually have to be a meter stick, just something that's really straight and you'll be able to draw a straight line with. You're also going to need some electrical wire, and it's supposed to be 14.3. Now, I honestly don't know what this means, but 14.3 is the one that I got, so just when you go to the hardware store, ask for that. It comes in these pre-packaged packaging. Basically, on the inside, it has 3 wires and a copper wire, and that's what it looks like once you cut the white away. You're also going to need just your regular old Sharpie marker, and then you're going to need some wire cutters as well. You're also going to need a drill. Now, this isn't 100% a necessity, and I'll explain later on why, but your parents probably have one if you don't have one already. You're also going to need some of these like mini LED. These are the Twinkle Lights. During Christmas, they're super easy to find, but mine were 10 bucks each and I needed about 15 feet. But if you guys live in the US and have Target, you can get these so cheap in that dollar section for like 2 bucks. Such a good deal. Last up, you're going to need some gold spray paint or whatever color you really want the headboard to be. It can be anything. The first step is basically to drill your first 3 holes on the broomstick. One on one end, then you're going to go all the way into the middle. Do this, you know, measure it so you know exactly what the middle is, and then you obviously do one on the other end. Next step is to draw a straight line down your broom handle, and that's why I'm using the meter stick, but you could use anything. You can also do this without a meter stick. My dad told me that, but I couldn't do that. Then where we did those little markings, those 3, I am drilling holes. You don't have to do this. The reason why I'm drilling the hole is because I'm going to take the copper wire and stick it through just to make it more secure. If you don't have a drill, don't fret. You don't need one. You can just wrap it around. So just to make it a little bit easier for you guys, I'm going to draw a little diagram. So right here, this is our broom handle. So we have obviously made a little incision here, a little incision here, and a little incision here. So the first wire we're going to start by cutting is the one that goes in the middle. Eventually it's going to be attached at the top and the bottom, and I have pre-measured, so I know that this wire cannot be more than 80 centimeters long. Now you can go ahead and pre-measure as well. Basically go into your room and figure out how high you want the headboard to sit from the floor, and that's how you'll get that measurement. Now, like I said, we are going to be attaching it at the top and the bottom, so you're going to want to leave a little bit of room for the wire to be attached. So I figured that about 4 inches is enough for us to wrap the wire around. So you're going to want to leave 4 inches on top and 4 inches on the bottom. So let's go ahead and cut that. So my entire wire length ended up being 39.5 inches, and I went ahead and marked off where the 4 inches ended on each end. Then I'm just taking an X-Acto knife, and you're going to do this to open up the wire and expose it. So you can just pull it up like this and then cut off the remaining. You should have something that looks like this, and then I'm just going to lay that down just to show you what I meant by this is going to be the middle wire. Then I'm taking some of the other wire and I'm kind of just laying it down so I know approximately where it's going to stay and how much length I need. And make sure however much length you need, you add about 8 inches because you need the 4 inches on each side to attach it. Moving on, I'm going to show you guys how I actually attach these wires. So I just pull that copper wire out and I stick that through, and then I wrap all of the wires around the rod. So if you didn't drill the hole, just wrap your wires around. You could even cut off those 3 that are kind of like in the way and just use the copper wire to hold it on. However, it makes it a lot more sturdier if you do leave them on. I did take some electrical tape just to make it a little bit prettier and again add some added strength, so you can do that, but definitely not necessary if you don't want to. So you're gonna go ahead and attach it about here, here, and here. And then we're gonna move on to here. My suggestion here is to actually just cut off these 3 wire and get rid of it, just because here you're gonna actually see this and it's gonna look a lot cleaner if these just don't exist. So I'm just going ahead, cutting these guys off, and I'm just gonna attach it using the copper wire. Simple, just wrap it around as best and as tight as you can. And yeah, that's how we're gonna attach it at the top. It's a lot cleaner that way. So now I'm gonna draw your attention to this area of the broomstick, because now we have to make all of the other, I don't even know what you would call it, bars basically, and they're gonna attach basically in that red box. So something like this. So I'm gonna mark this off every 2 inches, and that's where I'm gonna drill my holes, or that's where you're going to wrap it around if you're not drilling. So I think I ended up doing 4 on each side, and once they were marked off, I just went ahead and drilled them out. P.S. If you're noticing those random drill holes, yeah, I made a mistake, and this was my second time doing it, so just ignore those. So then here I'm just measuring every 8 inches, and that's where I'm gonna actually attach them, and to make them be the same on every side. Then just like we did for the middle one, you probably want to get someone to help you. I'm just holding it off, measuring it, and marking it off. It's a lot easier than measuring and then cutting. Of course, don't forget to add your 4 inches on every side. And then once you've cut one, you're obviously going to want to cut another one because it's double. You're going to put 1 on each side, and then you can go ahead and attach them. It's pretty good if you get someone to give you a hand, because it cuts the time in half, and it does take a while to attach all of these. Now it is time for spray paint, and this thing was looking pretty ugly until I put the spray paint on it, if I'm being real. And then it just got even prettier. So I'm using our Twinkle Lights, and I'm just going to be applying those onto the headboard. Now make sure you get the gold ones, and make sure you get the warm white ones. Those ones look the best with this in my opinion. They take 3 AA batteries. I know, batteries. Do we even use batteries anymore? So go ahead and throw those in, and should have something that looks like this. So for applying it to the headboard, it's on a metal string, so it's actually pretty easy. You're just gonna intertwine it, and just a heads up, so I used about 15 meters of this stuff, and if you are using multiple, make sure you start the battery packs at the same side of your headboard, because when you turn it on at nighttime, you definitely don't want to have to go to either side of your headboard to turn both on. So make sure that all the lights start at the same side. And I got smart too, I left it on the spool so that they didn't get, you know, all tangled. Then we're gonna go ahead and put our headboard in place, and then you guys, this is our completed headboard. I'm so excited about this. This is amazing. I love a good DIY that saves you money. It's just, there's nothing better. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that if you make it, you will tag me on Instagram, because I would love to see your creations. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.